Hey, Brandon, heading into this year, being a free agent again, what's kind of your thoughts and do you feel, how strongly do you feel your chances of returning to the Ravens?
Um, my chances of turning Ravens, I feel like, as long as they want me, I'll be here. But you never know what they're thinking upstairs. But at this point, it's something I can't worry about because it's something out of my control. So I'm not gonna, rattle my brain and just kind of go crazy over what could and maybe happen. I'm just gonna enjoy the time with my family and see what happens.
Childs Walker.
Hey Brandon, you've been through lots of different kinds of seasons in your time in Baltimore. Obviously, was this, when you look back on it now, maybe the strangest in that you guys got yourself in such good position? You're the number one seed in the conference through 12 weeks, and so much hits you from the outside, and you end up with what you ended up with yesterday.
I mean, yeah, this season was definitely a whirlwind. You couldn't tell me that the season was going to end up like this and me believe it. You couldn't tell me that we were going to start with so many injuries and still win so many games. So I mean, we got a resilient group. We got a team that is battle tested and not afraid to put it all out there and go hard in the paint. Win, lose, or draw, and that's what we want to keep building on.
Garrett Downing.
Brandon, along those lines, what do you think is kind of the key for you guys taking another step? Is it just as simple as getting guys healthy, or what in your mind needs to happen for you guys to take another step?
Well, I'm not in the meetings upstairs, but for first thing foremost, and obviously getting people healthy, get the ones we don't have right now, get them back, and then obviously upstairs they're going to do a lot of things in the draft and free agency to patch up some more spots. So I just think right now we need to get the guys who we don't have, get healthy, and then see what we got from there. And then I think the upstairs will make a great decision from there.
Kevin Richardson.
Brandon, I know you were hurt sometimes this season. How would you assess your season this year and your play on the field?
I'd assess my season as had a pretty good season. I think I had a pretty good season. I feel like obviously I got injured a little bit in the middle of it, but then I feel I came back strong in the end. I'd say I have a pretty solid season. Could there be different things for the better and changes? For sure. Could there be plays I wanted back? Definitely. But all in all, I'd say this season was a very solid season.
David Andrade.
Hey, Brandon. After the game, I'm sure Coach Harbaugh talked to you guys and kind of give to you guys all the perspective of this hard year. Mm-hmm. What was the message from Coach Harbaugh to all of you?
Actually, he was telling us how proud of us he was. He was telling us how just amazed he was at seeing our resiliency, how we fought through times of adversity, how we continued to battle regardless of how far we were down or how tough the situation was. So I think that was the biggest thing to come out of today's meeting, and moving forward is just how battle tested we were, how great we did, how much we fought through adversity, our perseverance, and the fact of, like you said, getting people healthy and coming back even stronger. And obviously upstairs are going to make some changes. They're going to make some add-ons. So in the end, we're going to come back stronger.
Ryan Mink.
Hey, Brandon, what's your gut tell you on what Calais Campbell's going to decide this offseason?
Hopefully, the first thing I think he gets some tea and some lozenges because I think he's got a sore throat. But then after that, I don't know what he's going to do. I just hope he has a good off season, and if he comes back, I'd love to have him back and love to play aside of him, alongside him still. But if he's not, right off into the sunset, happy, man. Enjoy it. You deserve it. He earned it for sure.
We'll go to Jeff Sarebet.
Brandon, you guys have long been, kind of the class of the AFC North, right up there with the Steelers. Was the most difficult part of this year just the struggles you had against the division, where you knew if you win a few of those division games, this obviously would be a different story?
I'd say our biggest struggle was fighting the injury bug. We have some of those players back in some of those games. Most of those games were tight besides one, and we've had those guys back. I mean, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different scenario. You can't even, fathom what would have happened. So I think that was the biggest thing, and what came out of that is showing a bunch of guys how deep we actually were, how close we were, and how battle-tested we were.
We'll take a couple more here for Brandon. Kyle Barber.
Hey, Brandon. A lot of players are excited to run it back in 2022, something like Chuck Clark mentioned, and a few other defensive teammates of yours, as well as offensive ones. Is that something that you feel that you're hungry for, is to run it back and show this, show the NFL that you're capable of such a turnaround with this team? And how strange is it that it's not a guarantee that you could be back to do so with this team?
I mean, regardless if I'm back or not, we're more than capable. I mean, we're the Baltimore Ravens, and we're always in the talk unless, something crazy happens. So, I mean, we're always going to be there. This year was definitely, just a different year. But it's not like there's some crazy rebuilding we just got to do. We just got to get some guys back. We just got to, get some guys healthy and add some more pieces to the puzzle like we're going to do this offseason and keep on riding. And we're going to double back on it. We're definitely going to double down.
We'll close it out here with Jamison Hensley.
Brandon, heading into that Cincinnati game, you were talking about the injuries, but injuries and COVID, especially in that Cincinnati game, I think you only had like 13 defensive players from the 53-man roster being able to practice. I mean, what's that like going through a week like that? I mean, because obviously that was probably the strangest of, at least defensively, for that group all year.
Definitely. What you do in that moment, I mean, you study a lot more. The players who are out there got to play their best ball. Whatever their grade is, they got to play it. They got to put it on the field. That's what's got to happen. I think that's what we showed. I mean, a lot of guys came out. They fought hard. I mean, definitely didn't come out how we wanted to, but we fought a hard game. We fought until the bitter end, and we didn't get it done. But at the same time, it's something that, we're proud of and we can build off of.
Hey, Brandon, really appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.